Hi, I'm Rich at Custom Carry Concepts. Some of you know me as Love My 40 or Rich at CCC on various gun-related and shooting forums. Um, I'm here today to introduce a new product and do a little video for installation on this for retrofitting on the Shaggy holster, which most of you already know is my dedicated inside the waistband appendix carry holster. This is a very simple product. It was a long time coming. It's an adapter plate to allow you to adjust the ride height and cant angle on the Shaggy. Actually, very simple to install. I just thought I'd do a little video for those that might need just a little assistance with it. A little bit about the company, Custom Carry Concepts. We've formerly been a company for 8 years now. We've been full-time for a little over 2 years. Mom and pop organization, myself, my wife, and now my son's joining the company. We started because I couldn't find anybody doing the shooting gear that I wanted for the guns I like to shoot. My first product was a mag sleeve adapter for the M&P series semi-automatic pistols that allowed for the full-size magazine to be used in the compact pistol. At the time, I was the only one doing anything like that for the M&Ps, and it took quite a while for a company to come around and do a little more investment capital and make an injection molded product, which I now defer to them. I no longer make that product. The Shaggy is my biggest selling holster to date, and hopefully this will make it a more adaptable holster for everybody that enjoys it. This is going to allow those guys that got the Shaggy, or ladies for that matter, that said, wow, this is a great holster, I wish it rode a little higher, or I wish it rode a little lower, or I wish I could get just a little bit of cant from it. This is going to allow all of that, and it is retrofittable for every Shaggy that's been produced to date. And that's it in a nutshell. When you order the Shaggy adjustable adapter plate for retrofit onto an existing holster, you'll receive a package containing the adapter plate and all the hardware you need to install it on your Shaggy. It'll either come in the standard configuration, or you can choose the extra belt tab configuration to give you that little bit of extra help pulling a larger grip into the belly. There's also an option for a tuckable feature. We'll go over that with the installation. The tools that you're going to need for installation, absolutely necessary, are a Phillips screwdriver, preferably a number 2, a good sharp pencil. I always prefer to work with a mechanical pencil, a drill motor and 7/32 drill bit, and some options that'll help out if you have them available would be a center punch or a smaller drill bit to drill a pilot hole, and any kind of deburring device, including a razor blade if that's all you have, just to make things a little neater. None of that is absolutely necessary. Okay, we're going to go over the installation, the retrofit installation on an existing Shaggy of the adjustable adapter. In the package, you're going to find the adapter plate. You're going to find 2-star washers, 2 3/16 length threaded posts, and 2 1/4-inch long threaded screws, all 832. First step is to remove the existing belt clip or loop from your Shaggy. And remove the hardware from the Shaggy. These spacers can be a little sticky sometimes. Okay. The next step is to take the adapter plate, place it over the original mounting holes, and insert the posts to hold it in place for you. Now with your pencil, mark the position of the slots on the adapter plate. Now you're not going to slot the holster, you're only going to drill a hole, but you need to know where the slot is. So at this point, we're going to make a mark in the center of the slots. And then pick the center of the slot this way. On some of the older holsters, this is much narrower. You may find that it's going to be much closer to the bottom of the wedge. That is not an issue as long as you ensure that you leave enough room for the post to be inside the wedge. This is where the center punch is helpful. You can center punch where you want your hole to be drilled, and it just will assist you. Also helps if your center punch works. That'll assist you in getting the hole in exactly the right place. If you don't have a center punch, but you have a smaller drill, you can chuck up the smaller drill at this point, and it's much easier to keep the smaller drill on point for drilling the hole. Now we're going to drill the hole that we just marked. Do be careful. If you're using a twist drill bit, they can grab the Kydex and pull the bit in unexpectedly. So just go slow and careful, and obviously make sure you remove your gun from the holster. At this point, we're just going to go ahead and drill a hole. And that's probably a good enough hole just to go ahead and use like that if you don't have any way of cleaning it up. I do like to use a deburring tool, clean them up a little bit just to make everything nice as possible. Not absolutely necessary. So there we go. We have the new mounting holes drilled. Okay, now that we've got our mounting holes drilled for the adapter plate, we're going to take the hardware from the belt loop we took off and install it on the mounting plate. And this is going to be the same whether you have one of the original one-piece spacers or whether you have the new two-piece spacers. But don't install the belt clip yet. Next, we take the hardware that came with the adapter plate, put the 3/16 posts through the new mounting holes in the lower portion of the wedge. Hold them in place from inside the holster. Now, put the star washers over the posts and the mounting plate over the star washers. With the 1/4-inch screws supplied, put the whole assembly together loosely. Now, at this point, you should be able to move the plate up and down through its full range of motion. On some of the older Shaggies that have a smaller wedge, the holes might necessarily be very close to the bottom of the wedge. Do just make sure that there's enough room for the hardware to fit inside the wedge. So now you set it where you think you're going to want it. Go ahead and snug it down. And install the clip. Again, using the hardware that came off of the holster. And these screws can be tightened down. And there you have it. Now, with this style belt clip and even the original Kydex style belt clips, you should be able to reach these screws to make adjustments without removing the belt clip. With a Kydex loop in place, you will have to remove the clip to adjust the ride height. Now, if you've selected the tuckable feature with the new adapter, the installation is almost identical to the standard installation. First, reinstall the hardware from the original clip in the adapter as I showed you. Now we're going to use the 1/4-inch posts that were supplied with the tuckable option. But instead of using the star washers, we're going to use these thicker nylon spacers. Again, install the slide plate with the 1/4-inch screws supplied with the adapter plate. Set the side plate to your desired position and tighten these screws down. Then mount the belt clip with the original hardware. And as you can see, this will give you a space between the holster body and the slide plate to tuck your shirt if you so desire. Okay, now with the adapter plate mounted, you can see there's a good range of motion for height adjustment, and you can also get a significant cant adjustment out of it. You should be able to find the position that works best for you.